Hey guys, it's Gojo here, and today I'm going to be telling you guys the story of the time my mom smashed my bong on the floor, dude. It was crazy. This is low-key a part 2 to the story of when I stole my bong from the smoke shop with my homie Tim. If you want to go watch that video first, you don't have to. It doesn't really correlate to the story other than how I got the bong myself. But this is, yeah, like I'd say a part 2, and then there's going to be like kind of like a part 3 of sort of like something else. I don't know. You guys will see when it comes out. I'm probably going to upload that after this one. But yeah, anyway, back to the story. So this all started just a normal ass day. Me and my brother, we were still hadn't been caught yet by my parents. We were just normal smokers. We would keep it on the down low, smoke every day. And this particular day, I remember I wasn't home. I spent the night at my friend Grim's house, the guy I actually stole the bong with. And what had happened was, because my homie Grim was like a smoker already, so we never really brought anything to his house, especially because his mom was like a tweaker. She would never she was the most hateful person when it came to weed. She did not like weed, not supportive of it at all. But yeah, back to the story. So I had left my bong at home, and I remember coming home on this particular day and finding out that my brother had gotten in trouble for a bong, apparently. And to my knowledge, my mom still didn't know that it was my bong, something that I obtained. It had nothing to do with my brother. So I still have to gather the whole story right when I get home. My sister's telling me the whole scoop. She's telling me, oh, this, that. Your brother, he apparently had a bong and he was smoking on the side of the house, and dad caught him. And that's how he got caught. And then my mom questioned him in the room upstairs on whose bong it was and whose weed it was. And according to my sister, my brother told them that it was my bong and his weed. I don't know why he snitched on me. I still don't know to this day. He used to do that a lot. And I never really got caught for it. And in this particular instance, they were already kind of on my tail. They kind of knew that I was already smoking a little bit. They kind of had a suspicion, but no proof. They'd never proved it right, that they were right. I was always able to get out of it, or it was never, like, there was never a situation where I really had to be covered for. I was just that slick. Like, I never really got in trouble. It was mainly my brother. He would leave shit out. And the way this went down, apparently, according to my brother after the fact, he told me that he went in my back of my trunk before I left the house, and he took my backpack out, and he apparently grabbed the bong and he started using it. But this was late at night. Now, if you would remember, I told you that I was spending the night at my friend Grim's house. Now, Grim, his mom would always come to pick me up. I never really drove over there. This was around the time when I first got the car. I would only drive it to work, I never really drove it around much. I didn't really have my license yet. I was just driving with my permit. But my parents trusted me, They never really had a reason not to up until I started smoking. Like, they never really cared. But even after I started smoking, like, after the first time I got caught, They still trusted me a lot. The trust never really deteriorated, because that was the only thing I ever lied about, me smoking. But yeah, back to the story. Apparently, my brother had went in my trunk before I had left. He grabbed my keys, and he went in my trunk and grabbed my backpack out and then put my keys back, and I didn't know this. So he had my bong out of my trunk where it wasn't safe. So he got caught with it, and my mom questioned him, and he had this story of, it was my bong that I apparently acquired it, but he doesn't know how. And she believed that it was his bong. She thought it was his fully, and he was just lying. Eventually, they got to the point where my mom threw it at the floor, and the whole bong shattered. Now, the thing that's funny about it is, before she did that, when she first had caught my brother, she took the weed from him, and she did something unregrettable, unfathomable. I don't even know if these are the right words I should be using, but she put the weed inside of the bong. Ooh. It hurts me to say, but she did. She put the weed inside of the bong. Gigantic, beautiful nug, crafted from the heavens itself. Inside of the bong, man. The weed soaked up the water, man. And eventually, what had happened was, before this encounter came up, this was, they had caught him, and before they had questioned him, my brother had went in the room and he apparently took some of the weed out because that was all the weed we had left. And he wasn't about to get it all snatched. So he went in the backpack and of course he snagged a couple nugs, and he apparently went in the bong and he took out the nug that was inside the bong, which he later got caught for. They apparently noticed that the nug wasn't in the bong because my mom did that on purpose. I don't know why she did that shit. But it was funny to me. She did it. And there's going to be a story about me smoking that nug with my brother. Yes, that is the second story, or the third story that I wanted to tell you guys. But back to the story, because I wanted to make this story short today. So basically, my mom smashed it. And up until this point, I'm still not home yet. I'm still at my friend's house. And it goes by in about another 30 minutes of them arguing, trying to figure out what happened. Because at this point, my brother doesn't have a story. He doesn't know what to tell her. He knows that he's saying it's not his bong. It's my bong. It could be anybody else's bong. See, that's the thing. He's not indirectly. He's indirectly saying that it's mine by saying it's not his, because there's nobody else's bong it could have been. He was using it. You know what I mean? So the only other person he could have been was mine. So he's saying, yeah, it's Gojo's bong. That's whose bong it is. So you guys should get him, not me. I shouldn't be in trouble for this, even though you're the dumbass that went in my trunk and stole the bong. Anyway, back to the story, man. So around this time, it's like an hour later, I get home and they're still arguing. My dad's home at this point. It's around 7 o'clock. They want to know whose bong it is. They want to know. So they're starting to question me, and my response is, it's not mine. It's not. Like, why would it be my bong? How would I have afforded that bong, man? Eventually it gets to the point where they don't believe me. My story's not adding up. You know what I mean? I'm not able to convince them that it's not my bong. So they get to the point where they want to drug test us both. They're like, okay, well, at this point, if you guys both fail the drug test, you guys are both in trouble. Luckily, before this, Gojo always has a plan. Now, I had a Carbo 20 drink. I'm going to put a picture on the screen now of the drink that I drank. It is a detox drink that I bought from the smoke shop. So I just had that shit on stockpile, waiting for the day that I was going to get drug tested. And that shit came up, and I found out I was getting drug tested that day, and I went in my room and I drank the fucking Carbo 20 drink, and I passed the fucking drug test. And they were baffled, my guy. They did not know how I passed the drug test, because they knew at this point that I had smoked with my brother. My brother's telling them the whole scoop. He already admitted the whole story. And that's a tendency with my brother. He had a tendency to give up and spill the beans to my family. I never did. I never like to give up. I always like to continue my lies, and I don't know why. I was just that kind of guy. But in this particular instance, I didn't give up, and they never found out. And this was an ongoing thing until I eventually did get caught red-handed with my brother, and I was forced to give up the beans and spill the beans. But that's a story for another day. Now, with that, I just wanted to let you guys know that this is some new gameplay. I just did get this game, so I was tinkering a little bit with the game, and this is a little bit of past footage. I did actually record some more, and I do have some more on the way with another video coming out. Let me know if you guys like this gameplay. Let me know if you guys like Riders Republic. What if you guys do like it? What do you guys like? Which class? I have the bike. I like doing the bike tricks. I like doing the snowboarding. Let me know if you guys like the skiing. I don't think I have the skiing in this one. I think it's going to mainly just be the snowboarding for about 10 minutes. But yeah, let me know if you guys like first person, third person. What do you guys like? Let me know. Comment. Do something. I don't know, man. Put something on my channel. But with that, all I got to say is stay sturdy, my friends.